We have two bills that we're supporting in the legislature this year. One is relating to education, one is relating to election integrity. If you look on the sheet here, House Bill 811 prohibits the private funding of elections. In some states, the private funders have come in and actually taken over running the elections. It hasn't happened a lot, but it has happened, particularly in Wisconsin. There's one county, particularly up there, where the local election officials got pushed to the side by the people who are furnishing the millions and millions and millions of dollars, and they ended up running the elections. And we just don't want to have that happen here. There are certain organizations named, they call them Zuckbucks. Zuckerberg put up $400 million in the 2020 elections to do the kind of pushing that they were doing, and then they would push it only in the regions where they wanted their voters to come out. So and frankly, there are some reports from both sides of the political aisle that say that made a difference. That changed the result in some of the local precincts. So what we're trying to do is stop that. I will tell you, there is litigation right now in Louisiana about that very thing. Our Attorney General, Jeff Landry, prohibited our local election officials, somewhat to their dismay sometimes, because they needed some money. They wanted some money. And Jeff Landry issued a legal opinion in the 2020 election saying, no, you can't do that. And then after the elections, he filed suit against the organization, which is expressly one of the organizations that's pushing this agenda, and lost at the trial court level. The trial court level said, oh no, it's fine, we can have all this money come in. And unfortunately, the Court of Appeal here in Baton Rouge just a few weeks ago said, no, it's not fine. The legislature is the one who says who gets money and where it comes from. We're not going to let this money come in from the outside. But that's still going to go up to the Supreme Court, because the organization that's pushing this is all across the country, and they have their lawyer out of New Orleans who's pushing it. So it's not over. We can end it, though, with the support of House Bill 811.
Right.
We're also supporting the education bill is House Bill 837. It enforces the parents' right to raise children free from outside influences of those who prefer to impose their views of gender and sexual orientation on children in public schools.
Kind of like the Florida laws that they badged as can't say gay.
Very similar to the Florida bill, and similar bills that are going on in other states. I think it's been passed in some states already. I'm not sure about that. But this is a bill that would basically say you're not going to come in and start influencing children in public schools with your notions of gender and sexual orientation. It's not for kids. That's not and it's not for schools. The federalism part of it, that is the relationship between the states and the federal government that we're all about in Convention of States. The federalism part is that the federal government Department of Education under the Biden administration is pushing this agenda. They've already threatened Florida with legal prosecution for passing the bill that they passed in Florida. They've said, we're going to keep our eyes on you. So let's let them come keep their eyes on us too, because we're going to stop this. So that's the second bill that we're supporting this year. Any questions? All right. I'll be here all day too, so if y'all want to talk about some of this stuff. They have committee meetings going on downstairs, I think on both sides. I know on the other side down there. You should go take a look at some of those for a few minutes and just visit.
I just couldn't sit by anymore and do nothing.
I always said I hated politics, but I found out that you can't really change things if you don't get involved.
What we're looking for is somebody that has the heart and wants to help save their country.